Alright everybody, so as you can see in the description as below in this video, the worst of what appears to be a new policy that West Dunbartonshire Council is now preparing to do is now going to probably come into fruition this coming August. It seems. I'll put the microphone away there, try and hide it somewhat. Um, so therefore I'm asking you all, especially if you're living in West Dunbartonshire as of this time like I do, you must sign this petition, which I've got down below in 38 degrees very, very soon. Hope you will do it very, very soon. And this thing really needs to be stopped because, I can confirm myself a as a young volunteer litter picker. I'm 25 years old. This policy, if it's introduced, simply is not going to actually work. It's not going to make the litter problem go away. Litter will actually get worse and worse and worse, particularly with the bad leaf lord policies. And I may try and include extra links in the description below to try and give you the idea of what I'm talking about here. But at the moment, when I've checked the petition on 38 degrees, the petition has now, last time I counted, got 1,112 signatures. But considering that, this might sound like a crazy idea, because in West Dunbartonshire, the last calculated number of people living in West Dunbartonshire in mid 2017 was about 89,600 people. So let's hope it may sound like a crazy idea. Maybe we can get it up to about a minimum of 10,000 people. Hopefully we can maybe go there. And the crazy idea, if it were to be even approved of, were to try and get it up to about a minimum of 70,000 people. Hopefully it can reach as many people as possible. Hopefully many of you will be sharing this video and also tuning in even if the live feature is stopped. You can share this video once it has been stopped and is recorded. So hopefully many of you will do that. But let me get into perhaps briefly into why this policy is just not going to work. During the times where I have been litter picking out and about in whether it be Dumbarton or somewhere else in West Dunbartonshire, of course, bear in mind, I'm not quite done litter picking of any areas, particularly in Clydebank, actually, or Dalmuir, or even just Old Kilpatrick for that matter. Nothing's been done quite there. So, it has been done elsewhere. So, what I can confirm with you is that one time I went to Dalmoak Recycling Centre early this year, and I talked with one of the guys that was there, and he confirmed to me straight away that the policy that was rolled out in Hillsborough for free weekly bin collection just does not work at all. It just makes more litter. Coming from his perspective as a staff manager at a recycling centre, that needs to be taken seriously as well. And considering the way that the austerity policies have went elsewhere across the UK, particularly in England and Wales, trying to cut down on the bin collections is not really actually going to work out either. I know something's happened in particularly Glasgow City Council recently because unfortunately the legislation to cut the bin collections was apparently snuck in to the budget bill and it betrayed a lot of the people living in Glasgow. Let's just say that. So we really, really need to stand together as a population if this really needs to be gone and done with. I know it sounds like a stop record with many things that go on and on that have to be opposed, but this has to be really opposed. It has to be done away with. Because if it just gets introduced right away, coming from a volunteer litter picker kind of view, if I were to go out and about litter picking and see certain areas that perhaps the council does not go into much of the time, and decide to take away much of the waste, bear in mind, hopefully, if the neighbours would be impressed with taking away some of the rubbish that I give them, which probably most likely, with all honesty, they might not be. This would cause the bins at the moment with the 2 weekly collection with 1 week being the green bin for the general waste and the other being the blue bin for recycling and brown bin all combined in 1 day with 2 separate bin lorries. The next week, it just will not cope at all. We just won't cope at all. We would basically have to go if we were to seriously continue litter picking, I'd have to end up going for the option of possibly paying for a private contractor to, I mean, anybody in that situation would be wanting to have a private contractor to take away the waste, especially even whether it be recycled waste or general waste or garden waste, and to pay an upfront fee for that, which probably might be expensive, a bit expensive, and it would hit us in the pockets a lot more, even as I do live in a lower middle class family. I mean, it would hit us big time. So this would be why this policy wouldn't fail. I mean, it probably would be restricted in trying to collect so much litter that's on the street. Then I just wouldn't be able to take all of it. With all honesty, I just wouldn't be. I'm being serious here. I wouldn't be able to take all of it with the way things are going on here. Um. So, anyways, do not hesitate to just click on the petition below once again, sign this, and also share this video far and wide. And hopefully, when it comes to later this summer, particularly in August, the committee will finally reconsider its decision and not actually introduce the free weekly bin collections at all. If you're going to keep this area clean, keep it attractive with no litter at all, and also protect the wildlife, I really suggest you sign now. So peace out everybody. Hopefully you will get to it. Hopefully share this video. Thanks very much.